The Crew 2 recently went on a huge discount of 98% on Steam to almost 50 rupees or equivalent regional pricing according to your region. Amidst its controversy of delisting the original Crew and shutting down the game altogether without refunding the players who had purchased the game, Ubisoft had addressed the concerns regarding the Crew 2 and Crew Motorfest by the news article posted on Steam 11th 2024, which has addressed that they are exploring solutions to include an offline mode, which time will tell how the things wrap up for these titles. For now, I will be reviewing the Crew 2 and see how good it is and is it worth your time and money in 2024 if you are one of those people who have got this game on a massive discount. First and foremost, the Crew 2 is a massive open world racing game based upon the entire country of USA, which sets itself apart from not just being able to race with cars but along with boats and aircrafts, differentiating itself from other open world racing games. There are four racing disciplines, namely street racing, pro racing, off road, and freestyle, which further is divided into different event types. This results in more variety of racing events and leads to many different things to do in the game, like motocross, where you can either race on dirt or do stunts with it to rack as many as stunt points as possible, or do street racing with hypercars, touring cars, or have drag or drift events, or race on water with motorboats, hovercrafts, etc. Or even have freestyle events like demolition derby or monster truck events. These events sometimes are accompanied with some cutscenes which do not add much to these events. My personal from all these event types are the live extreme series where the vehicles interchanged in mid-race from one vehicle to another. This event type leads to dynamism in the racing and adds variety to it. However, these events are very few compared to other races and feels like a huge missed opportunity of not including more of such kind of races in this title. Now, although there are different event types in the game, most of them are either underbaked or are derivative of one another, leading these event types to feel monotonous or not much great to play. For instance, touring car races and F1 races are very similar in event types, having the differentiating factor being the vehicle type only. Same can be said about the street racing and hypercar racing. Aerobatics is just a to-do checklist of stunts you need to perform under the time limit to score enough points to win the event, which feels boring alongside the speed of these aircrafts not being higher than those cars, which make the plane feels slow alongside. Racing with cars also isn't that much exciting either. The car physics is properly arcadey where the cars have heavy boaty feeling to them alongside having a little bit of twitchiness to it in high speeds. The feeling of racing is further subdued by the most horrible sense of speed due to the narrow FOV and the cars feeling a bit too close to the camera, which cannot be changed by cycling through different camera angles or through settings, which is shameful. The game looks the best in motorboats while racing in water with great reflections and water effects, although the motorboat racing is just fine. The most fun I had is with dirt bike events with great handling model as well as stunts with bike feel slidey and have jumps to do stunts like front and back flips. Drift events feel way too easy and the physics model for drift events feel a bit too slidey with a heavy tendency to overslide, which one has to combat by slowing down your car by a lot. Drag events are fine, but there is no sense of challenge beside shifting the cars at correct time. There are some retro flashback events which have unique courses which I like, along with some takedown and stunt events which are good and a nice addition to the game, but overall, most of the events feel mind numbingly monotonous. Now, speaking about the map, it is based upon the entire United States map, which makes the map feel huge and diverse at the same time. The map represents most of the famous cities like San Francisco, New York, Las Vegas, etc., along with various environmental backdrops like desert areas of the Grand Canyons, sand dunes, expressways, and highways having valleys and trees, etc., to keep you company. The map is so big that it will take you half an hour to race from east coast to west coast of the United States. There are still many players who have discovered various new locations even after playing this game for more than 50 hours, which cannot be said for other big name racing game series like Forza or NFS. It is unrivaled how big and diverse this map feels. Speaking about the vehicle list, there are tons of options and great one at that too. The vehicle list totals about 626 vehicles having all the big name car brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, Mitsubishi, Nissan, BMW, Mercedes, etc. The car list also consists of various car brands which aren't heard about much but had great vehicles along with brands of vehicles for boats, aircrafts, bikes, etc. The car list also consists of special edition of certain vehicles which have different custom body kits and have different stats compared to its normal counterparts. It also consists of creators' own cars which aren't made by any brand and are designed by the studio itself, and they look some of the best cars I've ever seen. The list of most modern hypercars to the JDM legends like RX-7 to the classic American muscle cars, all of these cars are here. The list almost has everything for car lovers, although for other racing disciplines, the choices are limited for boats, aircrafts, bikes, having only 5 to 10 options for each discipline and felt like the most of the focus went to the vehicle list for cars and rest weren't given the same treatment. So great list nonetheless. Although the list is huge, for obtaining vehicles you need to put the hard work to get those vehicles, and one will going to use these respective vehicles for each discipline for a long time, not enabling you to get multiple vehicles just like that. For instance, Forza Horizon gives you. You need to work and earn for it to buy and drive those vehicles, which is a great for giving you the sense of accomplishment and building a connection with your vehicle you drive in the game. But for some people who are just casual gamers might find it tedious, so it heavily depends if you like it or not. The cars you buy can be viewed in your garage, which is missing in modern day racers and has some of that test drive unlimited DNA along with awesome vinyl editor and visual customizations to the car. I love the community made custom vinyls which I applied to most of my own cars. One thing which is commendable is the post launch support of adding more content, new disciplines like Demolition Derby and Hovercraft, as well as adding PvP mode along with weekly challenges and have community made maps. So, overall, the game has so many things to do and it tries to appeal to everybody but ends up appealing to not a lot of people. It's a jack of all trades and a master of none, which makes the overall game way too mid. Even with its car list and customization and charming map, it still doesn't feel great due to the underbaked events. But at the historic low price of Rs 50, there isn't much to complain about the experience I had with the game. But on any other sale, its price can be a little bit harder to justify. So overall, if I had to rate, I would rate it about 6.5 or 7 out of 10. And thank you so much for watching if you have come to this part of the video, and leave a like and comment if you agree or disagree with it. Thank you so much.